I've heard mixed reviews as to what's going to happen for the remainder of the season in terms of like, are they going to keep the third nominee? Is the third nominee going to stick? I don't know what they're going to do. I really hope at jury, Blockbuster goes and the third nominee goes. That's what I want. I want both of them to be like, bye. Hi, Peyton. You know what, though? Ashley, I'm not even kidding you, though. Ashley may realize that she could be a potential. I think Ashley is fully aware that she has the potential of being a replacement. We have to remember that Ashley is not playing to her full level of intelligence. Remember this, guys. Like, Ashley, even what she comes across in the feeds, Ashley's sitting pretty nicely in the middle right now. Even if Ashley is nominated, I don't think she goes home. She's got Will and potentially Mickey if she comes off the block. She's got Rachel. She's got Ava. Oh my God, 3 nominees is all summer. Oh, I'm going to get sick of it. I know for a fact I'm going to get sick of it. What do you do with your phones in Big Brother? Okay, so this is kind of how this works. So at your hometown, right? So when they come and get all the shots of you at home, right? And they do all the camera work here. So I was at the Niagara Falls and we were driving back from, that was our first location. Fun fact, it monsooned that day. So they couldn't use any of that footage because it literally was monsooning 40-mile-an-hour winds when we got there at 8 a.m. to like shoot. That was where my key reveal was going to be, but then it wasn't. But on my drive back was when they took my phone. I didn't think they were taking it that early, but I didn't see my phone again until finale night after finale was done and we debriefed. Then I got my phone back and then we went in our cars back to the hotel. I haven't watched what? Wait, Juliana, I haven't watched what? I missed it. Oh, no, Juliana, I've been following this season of Big Brother tremendously. How is it like getting my phone back? Can I be honest with y'all? I loved not having my phone. Now, one of my jobs, as you all know, is social media, and I love my job dearly. But not having my phone for 4 months was one of the most liberating experiences. It was phenomenal. I didn't miss it at all. Like, I wish, now mind you, it's my job, so I can't, but I wish there was, I wish there would be another opportunity where I'd be like, turn in, and just like, be without it. Like, it was just so nice to not even have to worry about it. Tracy, I actually don't know that answer. Couldn't tell you where my phone was. Don't hate me when I say this, but I think Morgan will win. Juliana, I don't hate you for saying that. I want Morgan to win this veto so bad. Do most people have to give up their jobs to be on Big Brother? No, not necessarily. It depends on your job, and it depends on, like, I mean, for most of some people gave up their jobs because they were just in a transitional period in life, but other people just took a 3-month leave of absence. Obviously, their bosses found out why, and then when they came back, they had a job. So... Sarah, I want to go back to a question you said. Do you see the game differently now that you've been on it and truly know the behind the scenes? Sarah, my answer to that question is yes. I understand the edit way better after being on it. I understand just the edit, and I know, like, I wouldn't even have to watch the live feeds to know what's happening. But also but that's why, like, when I talk to you guys about game, I always have a slightly different perspective on it because I know the way that you don't have to play the game to do well. Like this season, there's been like a lot of personal attacks going around from like everybody, and you just don't have to play the game that way. Like I've been in the house. My entire season, there weren't really any personal attacks. It was just about the game and what was best for the game purposes, right? So that's why, like, I do have a different perspective coming out of it, but also like even for comps. Like when I watch comps happen, I have the same perspective. I'm like, it's so different now watching it that way, but I love it. I love that I like can watch it and I know where it's happening and I know like what was said to them beforehand, and like it's a cool part of it. I feel like I would struggle with separating game and personal. Was that easy for you? Alyssa, not at first. Not at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. At first it was hard, and I feel like it was hard because I was on the block, right? So like I at first couldn't not see it as personal, but then the second time that I got on the block for Xavier's HOH, and he sat me down and he was like, look, Britt, he's like, I don't really have like, I'm going to put you up as the pawn, but let me tell you what's going to be happening this week. Brent is our target. We need to do X, Y, and Z and yada, yada, yada. And he kind of laid it out to me as to what his plan was. And that is exactly what happened. And I think at that point when X sat me down, because Kylan never told me he was going to nominate me, X did. And I think X's HOH, Kylan, I was definitely not that way for, but X's HOH, I started seeing it more as game than personal. And that's just kind of how I saw the game from that point on. Like X's HOH switched that mindset for me. So it didn't start that way, but it did end that way. And I also think like that's why when I got out of the house, I really just was so happy for everyone. Because I was able to see it as game and I didn't take anything personally. It was a game and I was on such a historic season that needed to happen. Thank God. I was taken out by literally the best alliance to ever play the game. Can't go out in a much better fashion than that. I always stayed true to myself. I always stayed true to who I was. And that was all I had to do, you know? So I have no regrets in my experience, but yes, to answer your question, that is my answer. Why did we hear so much about Kelly playing a bad game when she seems to be a comp competitor? Because here's my thing, that is all Kelly's doing. Kelly is winning at the right time. You cannot fault her for that. She is winning at the correct times, but Kelly is not playing the social game. She's not playing, the only game she's playing is the competitive game. There is no social game. Even the people that she's supposed to be riding with, she ignores for like days on end. It's very weird. She had that whole situation with Rachel where she was saying so many mean and rude things about Rachel and her children and her family, and then turned the tables and was like, I'm getting bullied by Rachel because Rachel doesn't want to give me a hug. I don't know. That's my whole thing. But like right now, all Kelly's doing is competing. There is no social aspect to Kelly's game. No, the closest one that happened was, I would probably say, and I wouldn't even call this a fight. Well, there was no, not really any fights. Disagreements and arguments, yeah. But fights, no. Not fights. No. No, I wouldn't count any of what we had fights. Disagreements, like heated arguments, yeah. There was the one with Tiff and Derek in the storage room. There was the one with when Kylan got evicted. I will never forget watching Kylan and Xavier when Kylan got evicted and my jaw hit the ground and I was like, huh? Very, very confused. Tiff and Derek's in the storage room wasn't even, it was just like a disagreement between the two of them, because I listened at the door to that whole conversation. I did, my ear was definitely on that storage room door listening to that whole conversation. Because I don't remember if that, Samantha, two of my favorite people on earth. That's why I'm not going to say, like, that's why it wasn't a fight. That was a pure disagreement. That wasn't a fight between the two of them. That's why I say, like, we didn't really have any fights. It was just disagreements. Obviously, love Kylan, one of my best friends. Definitely did not need to go there about it with Xavier on that topic. That was not even necessary for game. Like, that's something that I'm like, why'd you bring that up? Like, you got evicted. It was your time. Walk out of the door with grace and do what you need to do. Don't go after anybody in a family. Not at all. If Rachel and Ashley are in a final two, who would win? Rachel. If Rachel makes it to the end, she has everybody's vote. I'm telling you right now. if Rachel Riley makes it to the end of the game with everybody being like the entire season, oh my gosh, Rachel's going to get out. Yeah. Rachel. My top two pick for Aaron. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Rachel and right now, my top two pick is Rachel and Will, actually, right now. I would love to see Rachel and Will get to a final two because I do think that that would be the closest final two that would exist is Rachel and Will. There are a couple other people that I would respect very highly if they got there. I just don't think they're going to get there. But Britt, I will tell you, Britt, I do got to disagree with you a little bit. Here's the thing. Has Will won a competition? No. Has he needed to? Nope. Is Will trusted by every single person in the house right now? Yes. Is Will in anyone's top 3 list to nominate? No. Does everybody go to Will to like vent or tell game secrets to or anything? Yes. Will gets all of the information and says nothing about it. He is like truly has the tea on everybody. Sarah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Will's just sitting there and everybody's coming to him with stuff. And that's the best position to be in. Honestly, Ashley's kind of in a similar game spot right now. People like trust Ashley less, I would say, overall than Will, because everybody's going to Will. But even Ashley, people sit down with her and they just start spilling information to her. And Ashley goes, yeah. And then Ashley moves the way that she needs to. I think everybody forgets that Ashley is a lawyer. Like, she's not playing to her full intelligence level right now, y'all. She can't. Because if she does, people are going to clock that she's a lawyer. I'm telling you. I knew that X was a lawyer. I said it. I said that X was a lawyer. No, Callie, absolutely. Well, she relays info when it's right. She doesn't always. Ashley relays info when the time is right. And that is what I respect about her game. She doesn't have to do it all the time. She doesn't need to do it all the time. But she does it when it's necessary. For sure. For sure. Oh my God, of course. That's what I'm here for. You know which one I can't, maybe y'all can help me figure out the name of this dance. It's the boom, 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 bum, 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 da 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 da. What is that dance called? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The boom, boom, ba, ba, boom. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It's everywhere right now. I have that dance recorded, but I don't post a dance until I know what it's called. I cannot find the name of this dance to save my life. If anyone can find it, let me know. Because I've been trying to look everywhere on TikTok for it, and I cannot find the name of this dance. Well, that's my thing, right? So that's why, like, this is why I love being on the show and, like, having the inside scoop on this kind of stuff, because, see, Eliza, see, y'all know what dance I'm talking about. I can't think of the name. I've been looking everywhere, and I can't think of the name of this dance. Yeah, Zach, here's the thing. I don't know. What do you think about... Oh my God. Let's talk about this bunk bed situation and the fact that Lauren had a conversation with Ashley and didn't know that Ava was in the room. I'm sorry. Rookie mistake 101. Rookie mistake 101. You don't even start having a conversation until you check the whole room and realize no one else is there. That was just... I don't know. That was just not smart. Not smart. Not smart. Also about the beds, is the camera directly on the beds been a thing? No, there's never been, with the bunk bed situation, I'm not sure how it works with the cameras, but in our room, there's never been a camera like anywhere near your bed. There's only cameras in the corners. And that covers the whole room. Like, they don't need any more cameras than that. There was never a camera like directly over my bed or anything. That's just weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, when I watched that clip, and I know it's not the first time it's happened this season either. When I watched that clip, I was like, oh my God, y'all gotta be kidding me. The first thing you do when you walk into a room is you check and see if anybody else is in there. And then if they are in there, you talk with them and you don't have the game conversation at that point. Crazy to me, y'all. Crazy. I had no words. I was like, Ava, you better take this information and run. Run. Would I change my game if I played again? Eliza, I think yes and no. I think I really liked how socially involved I was in the game. I thought my social game was really great. I definitely created lasting bonds and relationships. And I know the game. So I think the only thing that I would do differently is just be like comps really got me very nervous, but I feel like now doing them, I feel like I would be less nervous this time. And I would go into the comps with a little bit of a different mindset. I also would probably be a little bit more like straightforward in my plans for the week. And trying to infiltrate myself more in HOH competitions. I would also want to win in HOH. That would be different. But I would want to infiltrate myself into HOH competitions. Obviously not be the pawn. Not a great game plan. But in terms of a social game, I really wouldn't change much. I was approachable. I was able to be liked by everyone in the house. It was great. So, do I still talk to anyone from my season? Yes. Katie, we have a BB23 group chat. BB23 is, and any alumni will tell you this, our cast is the closest cast that is in Big Brother, like in the history of the show. We are such a close cast. We really are. We talk all the time in our group chat. It's just great. Should Keanu target Rachel if someone comes off the block? I have a mixed answer to that. My answer for Keanu's game right now is no, and my biased answer, because I love Rachel, is no. I also think that if they were to target Rachel now, she has the votes to stay. Even with, like, Morgan sitting next to Mickey, Morgan, or Vince, Rachel would actually stay. She would not go home. Because she's got the votes that would keep her. So, who do I think is in the best position to win this season? Riley, I'm going to have to argue to you at this very moment. I mean, if you give Rachel Riley momentum, which right now they're giving her a whole ton of momentum, Rachel, and then I would say right now probably Will is in the best position, I would say. Oh, Jordan, this is a great question. I don't know why your question's not showing up, but I'll read it. It's a great question. How do you change clothes in the Big Brother house without the cameras? That's a great question. There are a couple different ways to do this. So the first way is in the shower, because there's that giant door that hangs in front of the shower. People change in there. The bathroom. And there is a camera in the bathroom due to safety reasons. If you remember, like, I'm going to throw it back to, like, BB16 when, like, Victoria collapsed in the bathroom, if you remember this with her tooth. They have to have a camera in the bathroom for security reasons. But no one, like, if you, like, basically what they tell you to do in the bathroom is shush. Because if you start talking in the bathroom, right, they would never. But, like, don't talk in the bathroom, just change in the bathroom and get out. So shower, bathroom, and then under the covers, like underneath your covers, you can easily change. It's pretty simple. I learned how to get pretty good at that on the show, but I mostly just like took my clothes in the bathroom, changed, and then came out. Like I wasn't either that. The shower was always wet, so I was never really a fan of changing clothes in the shower. I would mostly just bring my clothes with me in the bathroom, change, and then come out. That was mostly what I did. Yeah, Sarah, only 2 bathrooms is nuts. I will say, though, my season kind of worked out because none of us were on the same schedule. Like, I don't think I may have waited like 5 times for the bathroom ever, but most of the time you just kind of went to the bathroom, you did your thing. Like, I never really had to wait long for the bathroom ever. Changed like a swimmer with a towel. That's not some people did that too. You could do that. That's fine. How's the classroom? Felicity! Felicity, I am posting, it should be Tuesday or Monday that I post this video. But I'm thinking it's gonna go live Tuesday. But it's coming along so well. Ava reminds me of you. Can I tell you that's the biggest compliment? I love that girl. I love that girl so much. So Big Brother 23 was not rigged. Was not rigged in any way, shape, or form. And I was on it. It was not a rigged season. I wouldn't say that. What do I teach? I teach kindergarten special education. So be on the lookout for that video next week. My classroom turned out so cute. I've been working on it for like a week. I'm so excited. Who do I think America's favorite player will be? I honestly think Rachel. I think Rachel's gonna get it. Especially if Rachel does not win the game. I could see her getting America's favorite. For sure. Yes, this is my year, technically my year 2 in my own room, my year 2 in this position, but year 5 teaching in total. Yeah, and Mr. Ed, don't you worry. Just Big Brother 23 was not rigged. Literally the best alliance to ever play the game played that season. So, no. Opinions on Keanu. Because I'm a fan of, whatchamacallit? Rachel. If Keanu does not put up Rachel, I'll like him a little bit more. But, I don't know. He's been trusty. He's been like, I don't know. I've been going back and forth on Keanu because I really I'm biased to Rachel because I'm friends with her and I love Rachel. And I just want her to succeed in every aspect of life. And like when he was going up to Vince last week and being like, backdoor, I was like, no! I was like, no, this cannot be. I was like, okay, y'all, cannot do this. Used to be a Rachel fan till this year. Why? Why? Oh, you missing me and Oz on the feeds? Keanu is my chaos king, yo. Rachel, thank you, Rachel better win. The POV has not been played yet, no. It has not been played yet. Well, Mr. Ed, I mean, it's going to be really, really hard for Rachel to win. That is the truth. It's just going to be hard for her to win. For sure. Like, it's just going to be hard. Keanu and Rachel have a Glinda and Elphaba relationship. Yes, players have been picked. So Keanu's the HOH. We have Vince, Mickey, and Morgan as the nominees, and then we have Lauren and Kelly are the other 2 players. It's Rachel Galinda. No. So the box where you pick the veto picks out, the box where you pick out the chips is already set to go. Yeah, Lauren cannot win this veto. No, Lauren winning this veto would be the worst idea ever. Would literally just not be a good plan for her. At all. Wait, what did Kelly just say about Rachel? I'm curious. What? Oh, Mom's taking a nap. Do you want to say hi to the live? Okay, I'll say hi for you. Hi, live. Oh, good thing I came in here. I only had 4% left. I had to run, y'all. Kelly spins every story that she ever tells. She spins a lot of the stories that she tells. Do you think if Keanu backdoors Rachel, if the veto's used? A lot of people have been asking that question. I think my answer is no. I really don't think he's going to put her up. I think that he wants to, I think that letter I think that was genuine. I think that letter really, yes, Sarah, I don't know what the hammock story is either, but it doesn't shock me. Kelly has spun stories differently all season. Oh, Carolyn, I'm so sorry. Carolyn, we do talk about all the spoilers on this live. I'm so sorry. Do we think Ava's safe? I think she is. I think she is. I really don't see a reason for Keanu to nominate Ava. It just wouldn't, for his game, it just wouldn't make sense. Oh, the hammock. Thank you. It wasn't clicking in my brain. The hammock story is when Rachel wouldn't give her a hug. There it is. Yeah, Samantha, that's kind of where I'm at, is like, I do think that Ashley could be a replacement nominee personally. I just think that that's I think that could be. You were on BB23. I must be losing my memory. I was. Guys, not me forgetting what the hammock story was. Okay, we can move. I had to come in here for a charger, so we're moving back outside. We're in the process of decorating for Halloween. So, yeah, it was the hammock story. When Rachel was like, nope, I don't need to give you a hug, thanks. And like, the whole thing is like, she did not need to give her. Well, here's the thing, right? So let's talk about this hammock situation, okay? So Kelly, right before all of this, okay, she's been talking really rudely and negatively on Rachel that whole day almost, right? At different times. And then the word gets back to Rachel that Kelly is starting to talk about her and be like, oh, well, Rachel didn't want to be around when we were talking all nicely, and Kelly was starting to instigate, and it went back to Rachel, and Rachel found out. So Rachel naturally did not want to be around Kelly because Kelly's going around trying to instigate stuff about Rachel so that Rachel gets put up as a backdoor by Vince, right? Remember that whole side of the story. And then the hammock situation happens. Like, if I heard somebody was talking about me, I wouldn't want to be around you either. No offense. Like, I don't need to. So Penny, unfortunately, so I don't agree with Kelly bringing up, especially Rachel's kids. I don't agree with it at all. I've said that multiple times. That would not, like, that doesn't break any rule of Big Brother. So that Kelly would not be thrown out of the game for that. Now, there was the whole situation, and I did not watch this on the feeds, but let me know if you guys watched this whole thing with, like, the power, and, like, Kelly was, like, I was surprised that Kelly didn't get like a penalty vote, or maybe I don't know what production deemed it, but obviously she didn't get one. So they chose that it wasn't infracting on the game. But like when Kelly was talking about her power and then she was not correct in how she talked about that power, you can't do that. Yeah, that was, I don't know. I just have my hair back. I mean, it's in a clip. I don't know. I promise it's me. Oh, that's right, Samantha. And then there was that part where Kelly stated that production had her watch the videos in the DR. Y'all, that would never happen. I am telling y'all right now. Like that. Thank you. I forgot that aspect of it. No, that would literally never happen. That they can't do that. So if you break a rule of Big Brother, like if you go against, there's different levels. Like if you, like penalty vote basically means like your vote for that week is gone. So like if you were a have-not and you ate real food, you would get a penalty vote, right? So like rules in the game of Big Brother, like the number one rule of production is you can't talk about production. Okay? That's where the ideology for some, that's where the, sorry, y'all. No, Sarah, here's my thing. Rachel had mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, Rachel had mentioned Riley as a target a couple times. But also think about that scenario, right? Rachel was trying to not get the veto used. Lauren is really close to Kat and Riley. Out of the two of them, Riley is obviously the bigger threat because he can win comps. We hadn't really seen Kat's potential yet in the comp. Obviously, she came second on the wall, but we didn't know that yet. So that was where Rachel's decision went to. So Rachel had that decision in the back of her mind. That it was there. Also, fam, real quick, if you are not hitting this follow button right now, I see a lot of new commenters. I see some returners, yay. But if you are not following already, make sure to hit that follow button for me. We are talking all things Big Brother for the rest of the season. So make sure you hit that follow button to join us. There we go. Have I met Rachel? Yes. Yes, I have. I've met her, I've met Brendan, their kids. I actually played a live version of Traders with Rachel, and that was so much fun. And then actually, so Rachel and I were each other's number ones in that online Traders game until Rachel got recruited as a trader. And I knew exactly the round where she got recruited, and then I was gone by the next night. Because they knew that I knew that Rachel knew that I knew she was a traitor, so they got rid of me. And I also was the only player, I also knew that I was the only player that had gotten a traitor out at that point in the online game that we were in. And it was so random too. I actually didn't tell anybody about what I was going to do at the round table. And then at the round table, I surprised everybody and voted for one of the traitors. And then I ended up inspiring a bunch of other people to vote that way too after I said that, and it was great. Love BB, and I used to wish I could go on. Oh my God. Still go on. Why not? Why not? Never say never. You're wearing your fall Disney sweatshirt right now. Carrie, both of mine are in the wash currently. Well, now I think they're in the dryer, but they were in the wash. Oh, Samantha, thank you so much. Y'all are the best. Why not apply? I tell everybody, if you've ever wanted to go on Big Brother, apply. After watching your season, would I change my final two vote? No. The only way that my final two vote would have changed is if it would have been Azah versus Xavier or Azah versus Derek. I think Azah would have had my vote in both scenarios, because I don't know if you've ever heard Azah make a speech. It's pretty hard not to vote for Azah after she makes a speech. She is just incredible. And I know that, like, if Azah would have been in that final two, she would have had all of us crying. And I really think that she could have won the game either way, because that is how good Azah is. But no, in terms of like an Xavier versus Big D vote, that wouldn't stay the same for me. X was my winner choice. Where's Mama D? Mama D is currently in the house. I think she's decorating for Halloween. I think she's upstairs. Go Bills. Come on, go Bills. Yes, go Bills. I love that. Bills all day, every day. How do I feel about a 7-member jury instead of 9? Can I tell you, I was a little skeptical of this season being a 7-person jury, just because there were 17 people when it started. So I just felt like we were going to be in the pre-jury phase forever. And although I kind of do feel that, I like the fact that jury's becoming more competitive. I think that that's a really interesting aspect of jury, is that it's becoming more cutthroat to get there. I do think, though, this season's talk of the jury has me a little confused. Like, I don't know why they're making the jury phase as its like own separate entity in this game, because that really doesn't make sense. Like everyone's been like, well, we just need to get to jury. We just need to get to jury. That is not how you should be thinking. Like getting to jury is not going to get you $750,000. Getting to final two is going to get you $750,000. But that's been my only confusion point, is like they're so worried about jury. They need to get there. Like get there and then get to the final two. I don't know why you're worried about jury. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're juror number 1 or juror number, what would it be, 7? How do I feel about this season and having the blockbuster challenges? I like the blockbuster. I think the blockbuster has gone on for too long. I think they need to get rid of it when jury starts. Respectfully, I don't want to be sitting in jury not playing. Well, here's my thing though. I mean, I will say I love jury. I did love jury. I was in jury for 5 weeks. I loved it. Some people did not. Like some people, like I just think I had a different experience with it because I also had a week to myself in the jury house. But no, I get it. I get that too. Like that's a perspective. But also, no, jury was not my end goal. Oh God, of course not. I mean, of course, like you would want to, like, obviously you want to get to jury so you're there the whole time. But no, that was not my end goal. I wanted to win Big Brother. Of course I did. That was the only reason why I went in the game, was to win it. But obviously making jury for me, I think I was evicted at the right time for me, because I did get that week to myself. And then I was able to help all the other jurors kind of simulate into the after game stage. I want Blockbuster gone at jury. I think it's long enough, because here's the thing, like right now, backdoors aren't really backdoors, because that person can just win the Blockbuster and get off. Like it's not a backdoor. Backdoors happen when you put them up, their fate is sealed, it's done. Oh, you want Rachel gone before jury? I will tell you, I don't think that that's going to happen. But I'm biased. I love Rachel, and Rachel's my winner pick right now. Like, I want that girl to go all the way. But I do understand, like, you don't, like, a lot of people don't want the 2-time winner, right? A lot of people don't want it. I get it. But I want Rachel to be the first 2-time winner. Well, no, that's the whole thing, right? Can I be honest? So about Morgan events, I've seen like people reporting on it. I haven't watched any of it, so I can't comment on it. I'll try and go back and watch a few more clips and then like give you an insight. I haven't seen enough of them. I just can't, like, in terms of like the recent stuff. I've barely watched the live feeds this week too, because I've been getting my classroom ready to go. So I've literally had like 0.0% time. Who's my pick to win? Right now it's Rachel or Will. They should do an all winners. They should do an all winner season. I think that would be insane. I also would love, Derek Levasseur said this on the Thursday Night Eviction episode, and he was like, what if they did like a Survivor versus Big Brother? Think that'd be awesome. Like Survivor versus Big Brother in the Big Brother house. Teachers unite! Yay! Maggie, happy back to school. Watch the one with Ava walking in while Morgan was rubbing his arm. Okay, Samantha, I'll look for... What? Oh, that just sounds interesting. Okay. Oh, Survivor Big Brother and The Amazing Race. That... I'm trying to think of like a way that you could combine all three. And I know they kind of tried to do it on the challenge, but they brought other shows into it. In the beginning, I thought there was no way Rachel could win it, but now I do think if the cards fall the right way, she could win. Lisa, I agree with you. I think them not getting Rachel out in the first 4 weeks of the game was a big mistake, because now she has momentum. She's been able to secure alliances, build trust, and now it's going to be even harder, because now Rachel has votes behind her, and she has stayed loyal to those votes, and I have a feeling that those votes are going to stay loyal to her until they have to turn. Would I go on the challenge? I would. I think the challenge would be so fun. Samantha, would I do Big Brother again? I would. I would love it. I love the show. Oh, Bumblebee. Oh my gosh. Why are they all coming this way? Okay, it's gone. Yo, oh, okay. We're good. Whew, y'all, I get scared. These things are huge. Please tell me you saw Ava and the bug last night. No, I didn't. Wait. What happened with Ava and the bug? Carrie, you sent them from your backyard. You can have them back. I don't need them. I'm telling you, the bees have been crazy this summer. I don't know if that's the same way with you guys. The bees have been nuts. Nuts this summer. They were so bad in my yard, I had to go back inside. I'm telling you. Ava took off screaming. I would too. I hate bugs. I can't do with bugs. I cannot deal with bugs. Who would you want to see on a Celebrity Big Brother? I'm curious. Ava and Rachel were doing tough talks and a bug crawled up her shirt, or I would have cried. Oh, an all runner-up season would be great. Could you imagine Dr. Phil on a Celebrity Big Brother season? I don't even know how. Like, that would be absolutely insane. Right now, guys, we're talking about who you would want on a Celebrity Big Brother season. Boston Robert Poverty, Jerry O'Connell. They need a season where the first person from each that got evicted gets to play. RuPaul, okay. Oh my gosh, hi! Thank you so much for coming in the live. How are you? I had a dream that BB28 was Celebrity Big Brother featuring only Traders All-Stars. So Dylan Efron and Peter Weber. Or Pilot Pete. I cannot wait for this season of The Traders. Also because Tiff's on it. I cannot wait for this season of The Traders. It's going to be incredible. Tiffany, Ian Terry, Mama Kelsey's on it. Mark Ballas is on it. Oh, you're watching my season right now? How do you like it? Have you seen me cry? Because I did that a lot. Oh, Rob Cesternino's on it. That's right. Who else? I know I'm missing a lot of people. There's some Bachelor people on this season. I'm missing a couple. Oh. Would I go on Survivor? I actually applied for Survivor and Big Brother at the same time when I applied the first time. Oh, it's good so far? Cool. Erwin, have I cried? That answer, it would definitely be yes. No, there's definitely people that haven't seen The Bachelor. Like, it has to be your cup of tea for you to like it. I have, cool. I was about to say, I've definitely cried at this point. Oh, and we have The Amazing Race. Man, we are blessed with TV right now. Is Kelly worse on the feeds than regular episodes? Yes. In terms of her comments that she makes about people, yep. Oh, my sweater's cute. Thank you. I would like to see Brittany and Janelle back. That'd be funny. That'd be amazing, actually. I just find Brittany so funny in a DR. Here's my thing. I just like Kelly. She's interesting to me because Kelly. when I tell you guys Rachel is being so real and just like, it's hard for me because like Kelly, on the live feeds, we can like see that she's instigating things and we can see that she's making comments and then those comments get back to Rachel or those comments get back to other people. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of, like, this season has had so many personal attacks on people, and like, I'm just gonna tell you, you don't have to play the game that way. But like, okay, Paige, I get the socially awkward as somebody who has issues in social situations as part of my autism. I understand that. But like, what I don't understand is like, you talk about somebody 1 minute, then they find out and they don't want to be around you, and then you go around and flip the narrative and say, hey, they're bullying you. Like, that's not social awkwardness. Like, that's just, I don't know what that is, but it's not so being socially awkward because you're the one that started it. Like, that's where my confusion comes in with Kelly, is like, you don't have to play the game that way. Like, why are you making those comments? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I get confused as the viewer, because like, some people, like, in some social situations, I mean, let's remember that I'm autistic. I get socially awkward in situations, and I'm not saying that Kelly doesn't, but in these circumstances where she's going and making comments about people and their families and their children and is talking about people, and then they don't want to talk to you because they found out, like, just own it and say, I'm sorry. I don't know. No, Kelly is not autistic. I'm talking about myself, or at least I don't know if Kelly is autism. I'm talking about myself because I am autistic and I am socially awkward at times. Hi, Michael. But no, that's where I'm confused. Like, watching Kelly, that's where I'm confused, and that's where I get frustrated with that, is because like, everyone was saying like Rachel overreacted at the hammock. No, she didn't. Rachel found out that Kelly was talking about her and instigating things so that Vince would put her up. And then Rachel naturally just did not want to be around Kelly. And Rachel wasn't being mean. Like, she was being stern because she just found out that Kelly was instigating and trying to talk about Rachel behind her back. Thank you, Samantha. Agreed. Like, sorry, you don't got to give everybody a hug. Do I think Rachel knows Ashley is actually smart? I'm sure that Rachel does. Oh, Carrie. Oh my God, I have so much fun unboxing your Disney. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I also will tell you, fam, on the topic of unboxing, I actually want your guys' feedback on this. So the video that I just posted, I've been working with Printful. They're wonderful. And someone asked me, like, someone told me that I should make like Miss D'Angelo's classroom merch, and I like designed a sweatshirt. And if you have any suggestions for me, I'm new to graphic design or like design in general. I would love any suggestions. I haven't placed my order yet, but I want to. So like, let me know if I should add anything to that design, as a whole separate note. How did my tournament go? Samantha, I won. So to fill y'all in, I had a karate tournament last Saturday. Oh my God, it was literally a week ago. That feels like forever ago. I competed in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I was the grand champion for the adult forms and weapons for karate. And I was not expecting to win grand champion. My competition started off really rough, actually, because I do double nunchucks as my creative weapon, and I dropped like on a move that wasn't even a release. The chuck literally slipped out of my hands. My hands were so sweaty, and I was so upset with myself. And I was like, ugh, I just don't even want to compete anymore. And I like took 20 minutes to like recenter myself. And then I won the rest of my divisions that day. And then I went for the grands and I won. So Samantha, there is a video on my page. I think, yeah, the photo, or like the cover photo of it, is on my TikTok, and it's me and my gi. That's the one. I talk about, not gonna lie to y'all, the best pre-workout I've literally ever had. And I've only used this one. And they just updated their like, they just redid their active line. It's Sound Nutrition. I talk about them all the time. So I started talking off about the pre-workout, and then I go into the competition for sure. Michael, I was in Erie. That's still like 5 hours away from Philly, my friend. And I was only there literally for like 5 hours, and then I drove back home. Paige, thank you. Thank you. It was so fun. So much fun. Had a blast. Cannot complain. Wait. Oh, they cut the feeds. Wow, this is going to be an early veto. This is going to be an early veto. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Who do I want to win veto? Morgan. I'm debating on coming to the Zumba September 20th. The Zumba? You mean my dance class? The dance class that I'm teaching? Oh my God. Okay, it's in Niagara Falls. I mean, if you want to drive it up, you're more than welcome to come. Well, Paige, here's my thing. I have to be honest with you. Morgan has grown on me. Morgan's grown on me, and here's my reason why. Being a Rachel fan, right? Morgan went to bat for Rachel last week with Vince, and I had to put some respect on Morgan's name because Rachel would not have stayed without Morgan, and that is why I want Morgan to win this veto. Michael, then come dance with me. Oh my God, I would love that. It's going to be such a fun class. We're going to have a blast. It's National Dance Day on September 20th, and I am teaching a Zombies 4 masterclass. So that is what we're doing on National Dance Day. So we're going to do it in Niagara Falls. Anyone can come. I've had some DMs if like adults can come too. And they can, absolutely. So Paige, so this is what I talked about earlier. I haven't watched the live feeds like at all in the last week because I've been setting up my classroom. So I couldn't tell, like I know people have been talking about it, but I haven't seen it. So I can't comment on what's been happening with her and Vinny. But the only thing I know is that she did end up inevitably saving Rachel. So I got to go off of that. But no, I've been, I know Vinny has a girlfriend of 7 years. But I haven't seen any of their footage. I've been setting up my classroom for the last week. So I had 3 days before an open house to set up my entire room. I've been living, breathing, and sleeping in my room. Not sleeping, but like everything else. You should do or host a virtual running or training group of some sort. Samantha, that would be so fun. Oh my God. Paige, I teach kindergarten special education. That's what I teach. You think they're in a showman's? Oh God, I hope not. Vince is in a relationship. Samantha, I should think about that. That'd be fun. How many kids are in my class? I have 8. So mine is it's a self-contained special ed class, and I'm in an 813 placement. So there's 8 kids, 1 teacher, 3 associates. Underneath the blanket. I don't even know if I want to watch that. Like, that's uncomfy. Do I want to watch that? Oh, I hope you're doing well too. I'm so glad you popped in to say hi. Oh, your grandson's in an 8? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm in an 813. I need to see Ava's reaction. Oh God. Okay, I'll just speed up to that. I don't like watching uncomfy things. So y'all just got to give me a warning. Who do I have to win, Rachel or Will? Just watch Ava? Okay. Me either, but Ava's the comic relief. Isn't she always? Yes, Michael, you were telling me that. Michael, when do you start? Do you start this week? Oh, Tony. I don't know. I really hope that this is, I hope that this is, like I said, I haven't watched Vincent Morgan. I haven't watched it, so I can't comment. I hope it's not bad, but the way y'all are talking about it, I feel like it is. I don't know. Oh my God. Can I tell you, I cannot wait to meet members of this cast. I need to meet Will and his wife. I need to meet Ava. Oh my God. Like there are certain members of this cast. I'm like, Kelsey, like what's his girlfriend's name? Kelsey? Kelsey spoke out on Instagram. Ooh. Ooh, Katie, I'll read it for sure. I'll read it for sure. But hi, friend. Damn. She said he'll have to deal with the consequences when he gets home. Oh no, Benny. I don't know. That's crazy. Well, here's the thing. So, Paige, the way that I'm going to evaluate okay, I do have to get caught up and I have to watch all of these things. I'm not excited now to watch it, knowing what y'all have told me. Yeah. Ugh. No. Remember, in this situation, right? That's why if Kelsey said like he's gonna have to deal with the consequences, you can't just put that all on one person. It's a two-way street. I haven't even watched it, but all I'm saying is like, if Kelsey's saying that, then Vinny's also in the wrong. So. Oh God. Oh, thank you, Danielle. It's very yeah, so you can't just blame one side of that. I mean, like I said, I can't tell you what's going on. I haven't watched it, but if that is what you guys are telling me is happening, then you can't blame one side. Yes, I know that Angela is doing something with the veto today. I'm quite excited to see what that is. Sean, my partner and I are rewatching your season right now. Sean, have I cried yet? I asked, Edwin came in here and said the same thing, and I was like, have I cried? The answer is probably yes. Where's Mama D? I think Mama D's watching, Mama D's decorating upstairs for Halloween. Sean, maybe. Probably. Britt, I recently watched your season 23, and you were absolutely lovely. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Danielle, very kind. Very, very kind. Thank you. Can I tell you, Samantha, Zingbot's got a lot to work with. I don't think I have ever been so excited for a Zingbot, because Zingbot's got a lot to work with these people. I don't know, man. What I said about autism on my social media is outstanding. Thank you. Oh, Jill, that means the world to me. Thank you so much. I will always be an advocate for autism acceptance. And when I see inequities happening in the world of autism, in our world, and things that affect our community, I feel a need to say something about it. And I have even more of a connection to it now that I teach autistic children, so I teach all levels of the spectrum. I teach levels 1, 2, and 3. I teach it all, and the things that they're saying about autism are only going to make the world that my students grow up in even harder for them to get the interventions and services, and the inequities are just increasing because of the way that they're speaking about autism, and it makes me just so upset. It does. Like, I think of it less for myself because I'm 28 and I am in this world, and I think of it more for my students who there's a blue marrow golden doodle in there. It's Toby. And currently right now in our house, there's a pug as well. But that's my whole thing, is like, I worry about my students' future. My future is already established, knock on wood. Hope it goes in the right trajectory coming up. When's the classroom tour video coming? Michael, either Monday or Tuesday. I'm aiming for Tuesday. No, it's extremely disheartening. Jill, I thought we met at the airport. I was about to say, just, it's extremely disheartening because I mean, let me break this down for you, right? There are many different, like, autism is a spectrum, right? Obviously we know this. And I teach students who are levels 1, 2, and 3 on the autism spectrum. And I'm not going to tell you every single day is peaches and cream, but to call autism a tremendous horror story, you are only limiting the successes that those with autism are going to be able to reach because you're putting on a rhetoric that we need to be, like, eradicated or, like, gone. It's just weird, right? Like, the way in which we're talking about autism is not in a way of trying to help or fix the situation. We need more voices for those who are profoundly autistic. We need more voices and more interventions for people on all levels of the spectrum. Like, there's so many things that we need that this rhetoric is going to halt because you are putting a perception out in the world that people should be frightened of us. Like, calling us a horror show, what else? What other reaction did you think you were going to get? Like, you are making people be frightened of autistic individuals, and that is not the way to go about it. Those who are profoundly autistic need people to voice for them and need more interventions and more equalities in the world that they are going to be able to utilize. And that's not going to happen if the rhetoric that's going around about autism is that we're a tremendous horror show. Who's going to want to help us then? Like, it's already hard enough to get interventions, and the inequities already exist, and the stigmas already exist, and there's already a negative connotation that surrounds autism. So, like, why make it worse? Why are you adding to this? Like, that's why I'm upset with this, and that's why I felt the need to say something about it, is because I'm quite honestly sick of it. And then RFK Jr. starts talking about the fact that, like, they're going to come out with a cure or like interventions or things that are certainly causing autism next month in September. I'm like, you haven't even been working on this for 9 years. Tell me why no other major health organization across the globe has found something. Because they won't. It's a lot. But that's why we speak out, and that's why we advocate, and that's why we let everybody know that do not listen to it. Because, and that's it. Don't listen to nonsense. Sal, in what context? Because I get my vaccinations when I need to get them. Absolutely. Do I believe in vaccinations are a cause to autism? No. No. That is not what causes autism. Do I get vaccinations? Yes. I would like to not get sick. It's that's my question. What do you mean by, like, what's the leader to that? Like, do I believe vaccinations are the cause of autism? No, they're not. And that's been proven. That's what you need to put on a shirt. Don't listen to nonsense. Samantha, should I put that on the back of my Miss D'Angelo's classroom shirt? Miss D'Angelo does not listen to nonsense. Instead of the Walt Disney quote that I picked. Oh, I cannot wait for The Amazing Race. I would buy that shirt. That's so awesome. I actually have a video coming out next week. You guys know that red autism acceptance sweatshirt that I always wear in April. It's got, like, the one that I designed. It's got, like, autism acceptance, and then it's got, like, the butterfly with the infinity logo in it. Well, that shirt, that is the next design that I am making a whatchamacallit. That's the next thing that I'm on your FYP. Hi, Spencer. That's the next thing that I, like, am gonna, like, I made a hat with that design, and then some of your comments are coming through, so I gotta approve them. But that's the next thing that I'm like making a hat design with that one. And I just got in the mug that I'm going to use for my classroom. It's like a mug with the autism acceptance design on it. It's super cute. I cannot wait. It's going to be great. Bessie, I met Kylan last night at Disney. Abby, you did? Oh my gosh. Can I tell you, I just messaged Kylan and I was like, you're at Disney? My dad has pancreatic cancer. Oh, Natalie, I am praying so hard for your dad. Oh my gosh, Natalie, I'm so sorry. Please know that I am praying for your dad so much. So much. Oh my gosh. What do I teach? Kindergarten special ed is what I teach. Guys, if you ever see me in public or at Disney, stop me and say hi. I love meeting y'all. I love getting to talk with y'all. It's one of my favorite things, truly. So fam, I just looked at the time and I realized it's literally 2:40 p.m. I'm going to head off the live because I have to get some work done before the end of the day. But I just want to tell you all that I love you. And I hope you all have the greatest day. And I will see you all very soon. Bye for now, fam. Remember that you're all beautiful and amazing and lovely. And I love you all. Bye.